Welcome back to the show. It's I Quit My Band. Thanks everyone for being here. My name is Nate.
I'm JJ.
I'm Evan.
If you are just tuning in for the first time, subscribe to the channel, comment down below, follow us on Instagram and TikTok, and subscribe to our Patreon page. $5 a month to become a quitter. Bunch of bonus content on there. Go check it out. It's good to be back, fellas. What can I say? Yeah, we had a little vacation there. I just got back from a little vacation myself. JJ did as well.
And we didn't miss a fucking beat, dude.
We didn't miss a beat because we know from last year that we can't.
The hiatus is death to the
the death of the hiatus.
Yeah.
It was. Yeah. I was back home just holding down the fort of my sister's above ground pool, just waiting to be deployed. just waiting to see if Sleep Token dropped the B side or something that I'd have to rush.
Like Evan, you're all right. There's like.
Yeah, just the 1,000-yard stare, just waiting.
Ghost sucks.
Oh, Muse!
Yeah,
we're still getting hit by those dudes.
Are we?
Yeah, we're
Brutal.
still. Yeah, one guy came after us on the Bruce Springsteen review. Yeah, go check out the Bruce Springsteen "Born in the USA" review.
What, the guy that called me 40?
He said you were 40.
Youngest guy on the
So
podcast
cool.
got hit with 4-0, dude.
That's so cool.
Yeah,
The guy
I
that's
your
40
defense.
wearing the Batman shirt.
Yeah,
as if Batman has an age limit.
He doesn't.
He doesn't, dude.
Everyone loves Batman.
Yeah, everyone loves Batman.
But that guy was funny because I feel like he was a Muse fan.
Oh, yeah.
That just liked the show too much.
Yeah, he
was
did.
Yeah.
All right.
We turned him because he was like, "I get your reaction
I
style
get it.
now." Yeah, I was like, "I bet you do." We weren't calling Bruce Springsteen
get
lame.
you.
You like it, huh?
Yeah, he was like, Bruce is overrated. I was like, I smell a Chad.
Yeah.
in our
Is that Axe body spray? Because I smell a
A
Chad.
hot,
smell a
steamy
Chad.
Chad.
Yeah. Shout out to all the Chads. Go check out that Bruce Springsteen review, Born in the USA. We did a little special 4th of July review for Bruce Springsteen. It got posted on 4th of July. I was on vacation and I fucked up.
Whatever.
But, go check it out now. It was a fun review.
Yeah,
The
it's
algo-
evergreen content.
It's evergreen
It's going to be
content.
4th of July next year.
Yeah. We'll repost it.
That's true. And then go check out all of the Season of the Chad reviews that we've been doing. I mean, so many albums
We've
have
been
come
in-
out this spring.
We've
and
been in
summer.
the season of the Chad since like March.
Long time, and we kicked it off with Deaf Heaven and Yahweh Nailgun, and we got all the way to Muse and Sleep Token and King Gizzard and Turnstile,
Ty Segall.
Frankie and the Witch Fingers, and more albums are coming out this year and getting announced, which is really, really sick. So yeah, we're gonna be eating good. You're gonna be eating good of our content.
Yeah.
Not of the music.
No.
We don't want you to listen to the
Don't
album.
even.
No.
Yeah.
Unless it passes an 8.3,
Yeah.
don't even waste
Don't
your
even
time.
waste
your
Just
time.
listen to our back catalog.
Yeah. Just check out the Season of the Chad. That's
Yeah.
all. We've talked about several albums this year. The Season of the Chad.
Many.
So many. I mean, it's been a bountiful harvest of music and records that we like that have been coming out. But there has been a lot that we haven't talked about that we would like to talk about. Stuff that's like honorable mention, I guess, or maybe stuff that we just didn't get the time to do or review. Because
To me, it's mostly the latter, or maybe just slightly off the radar, or beaten path, or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're doing less of the tracks episodes, so like there's less time to squeeze in maybe something that what doesn't necessitate a full ass review of the entire thing. You know what I mean?
It's a Season of the Chad catch up.
It's a catch up.
It's a catch up.
Like we've reviewed all these big albums, a lot of albums that were like hugely anticipated, but there has been some that I was anticipating that I liked a lot, have been listening to a lot this year, but we just didn't get the time to review. So yeah, we're gonna kick it old school, like how we used to do with tracks. We each picked like 3 or 4 or 5.
Some of
this
us
time.
didn't listen to the rules and
didn't
put
listen
too
to the
many
rules.
on.
Dude,
But-
I'm like Billy Corgan.
Yeah,
dude.
you
I'm
do it.
breaking the law.
Breaking the law, breaking the law. I'm the Bobcat Ron of
Yeah.
singing Judas Priest like Billy Corgan.
Yeah. Except
Painkiller as Billy
Billy
Corgan.
Corgan.
there's no bullshit songs on this playlist, unfortunately.
Yeah,
It's
we're
all passable.
We're not going
stuff.
to be making fun of anything.
It
That's
sucks
crazy.
actually, but we're gonna
JJ's
tough through
upset
it.
about that.
Yeah.
I'm excited though. I mean, there's there's albums that I've been wanting to talk about, and then albums that like I didn't even listen to that you guys have put on.
Yeah.
So I'm pumped to check out everything.
Yeah.
What do you say?
Let's let it rip.
It's
dude.
the season of the Chad. What we've missed. The season of the Chad catch up.
There's
And
a better name.
We'll figure it out.
review round.
Review
Yeah,
roundup.
there you
Yeah,
go.
that's good.
Double R.
It's I think Fantano calls it the Why You Know review, but
Okay.
Fuck
but
that.
we don't. Yeah,
We can't, dude.
we can't. We're not doing that.
We're balder than him.
We're
We
way
are.
balder than
We're
him.
at least
yeah,
3 times.
and
as
we
bald.
all have different facial hair.
Yeah. Although in a couple of our videos, people have looked at me and
Yeah,
said,
like,
"I thought this
I
was a
thought
needle
that
drop
was
video."
Anthony Fantano.
I'm gonna start just coming as him with like the red
Yeah.
flannel with the glasses.
Yeah, you should.
This
Just
is
wear
no
yellow
dig on
flannel.
you. He is way thicker than
Oh, he's
you
a
are.
He's a
Thick
thick
boy.
guy.
Yeah.
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 Well, let's see if we can stop a double leg takedown. Let's get him on the mats. I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Beat his ass. I bet you can slap a fatter baseline than you can.
Probably.
Let's get down,
Yeah.
down.
Let's see if we can compete with our review roundup or whatever. We're
Good
calling it.
luck.
Good luck. All right, so I quit my band. Let's get right into it. What do you say?
Yeah.
Chords a little bit. All right,
All right, we're
let me
back.
do it again. Let's quit my band. Let's get into it.
I'm just
What do you-
keeping that in.
Okay. Let's get into it.
This is my first pick. This is the band Momma with Ohio All the Time off their album Welcome to My Blue Sky. They're an alt-rock indie band. This is their second record. I was a fan of their first record, household name, a good bit. And I liked some of the singles off what was going to be this album. And it sounded like they were like building out their production, their sound. They were a lot more like minimal, riffy, angular off the first record. And
Yeah.
this one, they were definitely going for that like Butch Vig garbage sort of sound, which is popular now.
Yeah.
Which was a little bit of my worry.
Yeah.
Like, were they giving away some of the things that made them more interesting to me to kind of like do what's trendy? But I did end up really liking this record.
Yeah. I was just going to say, like, I feel like I've mentioned garbage a lot when it
Yeah.
comes to these bands in the past, like, year. Like, a lot of it has that, like, Shirley Manson vocal and that, like, kind of... This doesn't really have that, like, drum machine quality, but, like, that slightly shoegazy guitar in there
Yeah.
without, like, the shoegaze tempos. You know what I mean? It's
I would
just more
agree.
like 90s rock.
It's really dreamy. You
Yeah,
it's like kind
dreamy.
of, and that's like kind of a trend. You see Feeble Little Horse doing that a little bit
Yeah.
in some of their stuff,
Yeah.
you know, and a lot of their contemporaries and things like that. It's just like this, like kind of sweet little female vocal over like a larger instrumental, and but it's not like violent.
No,
you know?
no, and like they have a couple ballads on the record that are much more like what you would kind of think of these
Yeah.
like kind of walls
Yeah.
of fuzz, but they have more rockers on this record, like this song, some of the other ones, Rodeo,
Yeah.
I Want You Fever, Last Kiss, which is like basically a Deftones song.
Oh, really?
Like, I feel like Deftones and Garbage are the two bands that I wouldn't have thought to mention 3 years ago that are, like, making up most of the alternative rock right now.
Huge. And I mean, so many bands are doing the Deftones thing. And yeah, Garbage is becoming, like, the indie rock answer to the, like, new metal band Deftones.
Yeah. They can't meet you at Seven Dust. I can meet you at Deftones.
I'd give you
though.
Deftones. Yeah. I don't... Did we talk about I Want You Fever?
I think so. I
We
think on
may
one
have.
of the tracks
Yeah.
episodes.
Yeah, I like that song a lot, and I watched them perform it on Colbert. And yeah, I mean, they sound great live. This album, I haven't checked out the whole thing yet, but it's been on my radar. Like, I feel like this is one that I definitely like missed out on. I don't know. Like, I'm kind of a sucker for the Garbage vibe that is happening. You know, this.
I feel like you would dig it because there's also like a Pumpkins element to it.
Yeah, for sure.
And the drummer looks like Billy Corgan.
Okay.
He's like just a bald dude. It
Where
looks
that wears a cloak.
he wears like a black T-shirt a lot, and I just
Okay.
imagine him wearing the Zero shirt.
Yeah, you're imagining there's a dress
Yeah,
underneath
I was
it.
like, what would
Yeah.
it be if he had a giant
if he-
moo-moo? I'm just gonna
just
theater
gonna
of the
picture
mind
that.
right here.
ChatGPT, show me this guy wearing a muumuu.
Show me this guy dressing like Billy Corgan.
Show me if Billy Corgan went bald on Gish. And I think if I had to, like, I like music that sounds like it was from the 90s.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like my favorite type of music.
Yeah.
And like they're very unabashedly trying to write an album that sounds like it came out in 1996.
Yeah.
So I think like mileage may vary. I do think I liked their debut more, but it's worth checking out if you like those bands. Are we giving these ratings?
Sure.
Yeah, why not?
I
Why don't you give it a rating?
I think you singularly are
Yeah.
responsible for the rating if you
Yeah.
added it to the
Okay.
play. Like,
Yeah,
I'm not qualified.
Yeah, I'm not qualified either.
I'll give it a 7.3.
A 7.3
Yeah.
for Momma.
Yeah.
Okay.
A 1996 called Hell Yeah.
I'm not putting the graphics
Yeah,
up
we
for
won't do the
everyone.
graphics
Fuck
for
that. That
We'll just
sucks.
have to come up with it on the spot.
On the
Yeah.
spot.
Yeah. Rapid fire.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dog shit, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait to check it out. That's Momma with Ohio All the Time. Go check it out. The next song.
Yeah,
Jade,
this is
this
a
is
cut.
you.
This is a cut from the new Hotline TNT record, which TBH feels like a fuck up that we didn't review this. This seems kind of on our radar, major. It slipped through the cracks for me, but I think this is. I might be wrong. I think it's their second album on Third Man Records.
Yes.
This is one of the more heavier tracks that I've heard from this band, but they've been around for a little while now, I guess. By a little while, it's like 5 or 6 years or something like that. But this is a pretty strong record. They're kind of doing a lot of like what people love them for, in that it's mainly not what this sounds like with like riffs and like kind of like walls of sound type shoegazy stuff, but they take steps outside of their comfort zone. The album's called Raspberry Moon, by the way, and it came
the song
out.
is called The Scene.
The Scene. The album did not come out that long ago. It was like maybe 2-3 weeks ago or something like that. But I really like this band, and they're following a similar trajectory pattern to Geese, I would say, in terms of their popularity. Maybe a little bit less because they're getting less of the Greta Van Fleet opening slots, but
They're getting the
nonetheless,
J-Dub rub, though.
they're getting the
Yeah,
J-Dub rub.
That is a nice
yeah,
rub.
that's a pretty
get.
sick rub.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He also sells that at Third Man Records for your
That's
for your
his
pork
deodorant.
tenderloin.
Yeah.
It's a J-Dub rub.
Yeah.
I'm gonna rub you down, and we'll record all of the noises you make, and we'll turn it into a vinyl record.
Yeah. Analog.
Yeah.
And I'll sell it for $35.
Sell it. Yeah. Hotline TNT is a band that I started paying attention to. I think in 2023 with their album Cartwheel that came out, which I liked a lot, and I was kind of mad we didn't review it that year. And now I'm even more mad at myself that we missed the follow-up.
How the fuck we sit out there and talk about what we should review? I don't know how the fuck
It's
we
been a
missed this.
busy year, dude.
Yeah.
It's been it's the season of the chat.
Yeah,
is.
sorry.
That's what we're talking about.
That's
It's
why
the
we're
season-
catching
That's
up.
why we're
Yeah.
catching up. Yeah.
Well, last year they got just you in that room on your
Yeah,
phone.
I was trying to do the little.
Yeah.
I was trying to do that, but then I was like, I'm not
Fuck
doing
this.
this anymore. After like too many times of me like fucking up, I
Yeah.
didn't want to do it anymore. But Cartwheel was a really cool album. There was a lot of like glitchy stuff on that record that I liked. Reminded me a little bit of like Feeble Little Horse, like what they were doing. This one feels more, judging by the couple songs I've listened to off of this, it feels more like rooted in just like rock and
Yes.
90s. There is like that shoegaze sheen over top of it with like the reverb and like the really shimmery guitars, but it felt a little bit more raw. Like the vocals feel like they're not as like processed and chopped up and all over the place like Cartwheel.
Yeah.
Their guitar tones are wild.
Yeah,
Like
really.
very thick.
Yeah.
Like a very like staticky.
Yeah.
Like I haven't listened to a ton of them. I listened to some of the stuff off Cartwheel and a couple of the songs off this, and that is the thing that I've noticed most about them is like their approach to the guitar, like you said, like weird glitchy stuff. Like they'll have like hard breaks in songs that go off into other pieces, but like as just like pure guitar rock, they're one of the more interesting bands, I would say.
I think so too.
Yeah, I guess if I had to give this one a rating to cap it off, I'll give it a 7.3.
Okay.
out of 10, which would be a J-Dub rub. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
I love that.
Getting that J-Dub.
Wow, I'm feeling pressure to have a good name for mine.
Yeah, but that's pretty much all I have to say about Hotline TNT.
We're breaking sevens on both of these so
Yeah.
far. Yeah.
I feel like if you pick something, it's probably
It's
gonna
right.
Yeah, I mean, we're not putting the whatevers or dog shits on
No,
this
we're
playlist.
Tom McDonald is not on this
Yeah.
playlist.
No,
so
we don't
sorry.
have
unfortunately,
any of that,
we'll get there.
And talking about like in terms of guitar rock, I probably only say that about Hotline TNT because they're one of those bands that I hear them playing the guitar and I go, I have no idea what they're playing or
Right,
how they're
yeah.
making those noises.
Yeah.
I'd love to see them live sometime.
I have no idea what pedals they're using and
What tuning?
What tuning?
Like,
yeah.
like it could be standard or it could be like
yeah.
dad gad or
Yeah,
something. You
and
know?
trying to figure it out would be like
Dadgad.
a science experiment.
Not
They're
at
so
all.
playing,
it's
they're
not
playing
gonna happen.
Cashmere
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah.
I have my guitar tuned to Cashmere.
Cashmere.
So all I have to do is go like this and goes.
Dang it.
I just do one
That's all-
strum.
I don't
and it plays
even
the
need
whole
to
song.
touch the
Yeah.
neck.
That's Hotline TNT. The song was The Scene. The album's called Raspberry Moon.
Yes.
Go check it out. It's a 7.3.
A J-Dub rub,
J-Dub
hell
rub
yeah.
from JJ.
Yeah.
Let's move on. Here's one of my picks. This is Broncho with their new album is called Natural Pleasure. This song is called Think I Pass. Broncho is just a band that just 100% since the beginning of that band has never gotten the flowers that I think they deserve. Their debut was great. If you've ever listened to Just Enough Hip to Be Woman, you know that that's like one of the best pop rock albums of the past like 10 years. So many great songs off of that. You probably know the song Class Historian. It's been in a bunch of like movies and stuff. And they've been kind of, since that record, I feel like they've been just continually like delivering great records. They have a album called Double Vanity, which is like way more shoegazy and like weird. And then the last record they had called Bad Behavior was like kind of back to that pop rock stuff. This one, a little bit more delicate, silent, quieter, but I just like there's a certain mood with songs like this where I can just listen to this stuff like any time of day, at like front to back, like the whole record just feels like very like chill.
It's
just
completely unimposing.
yeah, relaxed
Yeah.
vibe that I just really liked about this whole record. It's not one of my, it's probably not like my favorite of theirs, but I feel like it's just another like fun, chill, like good listen from Broncho.
I don't know if it's just because you posted it on Instagram recently. You posted Making Breakfast, but this kind of reminds me of that Twin Peaks song.
Yeah, it has a little bit of that same
Like that
vibe.
lo-fi sort of pop vibe. And
Yeah.
mostly those like shimmery guitars in the background.
Yeah. He's just like, I think his name is Ryan Lindsay. Like, he's just such an underrated songwriter. Like, I feel like he can like, like this could like score a movie. Like most of these songs feel like they could like score some indie movie.
Yeah, it has like that like Alex G sort of atmosphere where it's like lo-fi, but it feels like cinematic in a strange, like emotional way.
Yeah. I feel it tugs at your heartstrings a little bit.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
I'm not real familiar with them. What was the album that you said is worth checking out?
It's called Just Enough Hip to Be Woman. It came out in 2014. Bad Behavior is also really good. And then Can't Get Past the Lips, I think, was their debut. Also a really good record. They kind of like started off a little bit more like I don't want to say like heavy, but just a little bit more like upbeat, energetic pop rock. And they kind of just like, they keep slowing down a little bit, but like honing in on their sound. Like Bad Behavior, I feel like is like the Broncho record. Like Just Enough Hip to Be Woman, pop rock, but Bad Behavior, just like it sounds like them when you see them live. I've seen them live I remember I went to go see them by myself at Club Cafe one night a couple years ago.
Oh yeah.
It's always weird to go to a show by yourself because you're just like, does everyone notice that I'm here alone?
Yeah, because like going to a movie by yourself isn't that bad because you're in a dark theater. Nobody's like watching, but like people are there with their friends and stuff. And
Yeah,
you're
I
just
mean,
like,
look at that guy who just got 2 beers.
I
That
think
guy's
I've done it
drank
before.
2 beers.
and then
Yeah.
he's looking around for his friend that
Yeah,
doesn't
that
exist. And he's
never-
like, I guess I gotta drink. That.
The guess I have 2 beers.
It's worse that it's Club Cafe. Dude.
Yeah, I mean, Club Cafe, everyone knows
You
you're
fit
there
30 people in there.
Yeah, everyone can see you the whole time. Even the band is like, you here alone? That's cool. Good.
Play the songs.
Yep. No. My friend over there is like, we don't know him.
I'm like, oh, 2 beers.
Yikes.
Take it easy, pal.
It's Tuesday.
Take it easy. We just started. But yeah, that's
what are you giving that?
Natural Pleasure by BRONCHO. The song was called Think I Pass. I'm gonna give it a 2 beers. Hell yeah.
Cool.
At like a 7.0.
Hell yeah, dude.
I'm not gonna give it higher than a 7.
Yeah.
I don't think it's like groundbreaking, but it's a good listen.
It's a 2 beers.
It's a 2 beers. Hell yeah.
Cool.
Let's move on. Next song.
This next pick is mine. It is Frankie Cosmos with the song Bitch Heart off her new album Different Talking. She is a Brooklyn indie singer-songwriter in the band Frankie Cosmos, but she writes all the songs. This is, I think, her 6th album. I've been a fan of hers since her first like major label album. She was, I think that was like 2014, but before that, she had released like a bunch of like bedroom Bandcamp stuff. And pretty much with Frankie Cosmos, you know exactly what you're going to get. This is like 6 albums in. All of her music kind of sounds exactly like this.
Okay.
Like these little like 2-minute long minimal indie pop rock songs. I really like her approach to songwriting though. It's like effortless in a good way. Like every piece of it just feels like it's as simple as it needs to be to function the song. And she's always like, the lyrics are always good, the melodies are always good, and like they always sound like they're just what's happening at the moment she happens to be writing the song.
Okay.
I don't think this is like her strongest record. I think probably her first couple are stronger than this one, but if you're a fan of what she does, this is worth checking out. She's also, her name is Greta Klein, and her dad is Kevin Klein.
No way.
Yeah.
Wild Wild West?
Dude, Jim West
Jim
Desperado.
West Desperado?
And her mom is Phoebe Cates.
I don't know who that is.
She was in Gremlins.
Okay.
Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Okay.
Yeah, I would have to watch that movie again to know who she was.
She's the girl in the bathing suit.
Kevin
that comes
Klein
out.
and Phoebe Cates. Wow.
Big time. She's
Making
a Nepo
magic.
baby.
Yeah.
And
Nepo
but I feel like she's the most ethical Nepo baby because like I've gone to see her at Roboto. And
Right, yeah.
I'm about to play Roboto.
Right, exactly.
And my mom isn't in Gremlins.
Yeah, and my dad wasn't in Wild Wild West.
Yeah, my dad wasn't in A Fish Called Wanda, and I'm still gonna be playing the place with no air conditioning.
My dad wasn't in with the Out. What's that?
In and Out.
In and Out.
Yeah,
Great
where
movie.
is he gay or is he pretending to be gay?
He's gay. Sorry. He's gay. He's pretending to not be gay. He's
that's
married
it.
to Joan Cusack. He's a school teacher. His student outs him because he's an actor. Believe it's, I can't remember the actors who it is.
I love how you whiffed on Gremlins, one of like the most seminal.
I've seen In and Out a lot.
Yeah, and you're like, so in and out, basically, it's kind of just this exploration of a man's sexuality in
That's
the
right.
workplace.
That is right. Yeah, it's a great movie.
But yeah, I really like her music a lot. I would say not her strongest outing, and I don't know if we're ever going to get her like straying from this path of like I make 1 minute 50-second long pop songs and there's going to be 18 of them on the record. That being said, I'm going to give it a 7.0.
7.0?
To My Mom Was in Gremlins. Hell yeah.
I like that.
Okay.
I didn't really comment on this. I mean,
Okay.
I got
neither of us
nothing.
did.
I'm good.
I was gonna say. I mean, I enjoyed it. I don't know much Frankie Cosmos like at all. Like I've heard of their music like for a long time. Like it just dawned on me when you put it on there that I've like never checked it out. It's one of those bands that people are like,
Same.
you know, Frankie Cosmos, and you're like, yeah, of course. Wait,
Like King Gizzard for me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You've never listened to them. So, but I like this. It was very delicate, like very soft, almost like an ASMR type of like build up to like that kind of big explosion at the
Yeah, I like that like drum roll
Yeah.
and then that vocal refrain. I think if you listen to this, you understand why I liked Horse Girl more than you guys did.
Yeah, it was
know?
very
Yes.
Horse Girl. This is a little bit more fleshed out and less raw than Horse
Yeah.
Girl, but it has the same vibe. And it's a my mom was in Gremlins too, hell yeah. So,
She was in Gremlins too, and the first one.
just think about that.
The
you know?
new batch is it was called.
Just think about
It's in the movie.
vegetable gremlin. I'm gonna make a gremlin myself. All right, let's move on.
You're more familiar with the Key and Peele skit about
Of course
Gremlins.
I am, dude. It's a great skit. Star Magic Jackson Jr. I'm the Hollywood sequel doctor. All right, let's move on. This one's yours, Jage.
Yeah, this is the second of my third, or the whatever. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
This is a song called "Another Reincarnation" by Psychedlic Porn Crumpets. They put out a record recently that is called Carpe Diem Moon Man or something like that. Yeah, Carpe Diem Moon Man. I had listened to this band in the past, but I originally was not. My friend Vince put me onto this album because he just thought very highly of it. Shout out Vince. This band you can easily consider fitting into like the pigeonhole of psych rock, which they do. They're not breaking any molds, but this band really has carved out kind of a sound for themselves with their singer and like the intensity. This one has a little bit more. This song and this album in particular has a little bit more chug, which I kind of like, especially in the latter half of this song. It's really intense, and I'd love to see them perform live sometime because this shit's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I checked out Psychedelic Porn Crumpets. Might be their first two records, High Visceral 1 and 2.
Yeah.
And I liked both of those a lot because it was during the time when I was most into psych rock, and it felt like the kind of like most extreme version of what psych rock could be. Like the guitars were wild, but like really expertly played as well.
Yes, really precise.
Yeah, and the energy was always like to 10, or 11. Like it was just kind of like full steam ahead. And then this was a new thing, like the chugging
like
kind of metal thing.
I guess on the album, if I critique the album, I wish there was more of this.
Yeah, it's reminded
This
me of
album.
it reminded me of King Giz, like kind of them doing the metal thing. But I enjoyed this. I thought it was cool.
Yeah, the riffing is very sick.
Yeah.
When it first came on, I was like, did Ty Segall come out with another? Yeah. But I think it's just because I don't have like the psych rock vocabulary, you guys. So there is like parts of this that just sound like psych rock, like writ large. But I do agree with the level of like intensity. I wish more psych rock sounded like this. Or, like got after it. Like I like how like they would do like the one riff break and then the guitar would noodle something, but it was always different. Like,
yeah, they're a cool band. I enjoyed this record, not as much as the High Visceral ones, and I think there was one or two in between, but like I put this band above Frankie and the Witch Fingers for sure. To me, they just have like a little bit more intensity and balls behind their stuff.
I was gonna say, like, it's weird, like thinking about it, like they never became like a part of like my Mount Rushmore of psych rock.
But they've
of the
been
name,
there.
Maybe it's because
that's a rough name.
It kind of is a rough name, but so is King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard.
None of them have good
Porn
names.
Crumpets.
Yeah, I mean I think that's not a bad name. Maybe it's because
There's
psychedelic
worse.
is in the name.
Yeah.
It's like too obvious.
Yeah.
Maybe it is the name. I'm not sure, but I remember like checking out those first two records and being like, hell yeah, this is great. I just don't know why I never like followed up and kept up with them.
Yeah, to tie a bow on it, I think they're gonna get a 7.1 from me, which is a not Ty Segall hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Not Ty Segall, hell yeah. That's new. That's new for this show. That's Carpe Diem by Psychedelic Porn Crumpets.
Mm-hmm.
The song was called Another Reincarnation.
Yes.
Let's move on to the next one. Here's one of mine. This is a project from the band Unknown Mortal Orchestra. And the name of the project is called Curse. The song is called 100 Bats. This is not a full record. It came out like last week or 2 weeks ago, I think. Unknown Mortal Orchestra is not a band that I like listen to constantly or like I'm a huge fan of or anything, even though there is
I was going to say, it's funny that you say that because
Yeah.
literally I look at an Unknown Mortal Orchestra poster every week.
Oh, damn.
My wife got that because she was like more into them. I think she was. I don't know. She might have just
We
got
don't
it.
talk much
We don't-
anymore.
Yeah.
Ever since the fucking whatever, what was the movie we were just talking about?
Gremlins.
Ever
too.
since the Gremlins
Yeah,
discussion.
Yeah.
Yeah, ever since In and Out.
Ever since I watched In and Out too many times, she's like, "Is something you're not telling me?" But yeah, not a band I listen to that frequently. But when I do, and whenever they put out new music, I always check it out because it's always like pretty cool. And this project kind of jumped out at me because Curse songs are called "Death Comes from the Sky," 100 Bats,
Yeah.
Boys with the Characteristics of Wolves.
Oh, yeah.
That's a
Sorcerers of Silence. I mean, JJ, I don't know how you weren't all over this, but
Me? You had a Dracula themed
all right,
band.
that's enough.
How dare I?
But yeah, I mean, I checked this out just out of curiosity and like loved everything I heard off of it. I mean, it's all like this very lo-fi kind of doomy like a new kind of take on stoner rock. Like it's lo-fi. Nothing about it's really heavy, but the riffs like remind me of Sabbath, like
Oh, yeah.
full on like Paranoid era Sabbath.
Yeah, it sounds like they recorded the first album in like a janitor closet.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of like what Tame Impala was like doing in the early stages of the band, and kind of they just kind of became more poppy. But like this little like chug reminds me of like Elephant, But yeah, I mean, I just thought this was really cool. It's only like 6 songs, 12 minutes long. It's a really short project. But yeah, I just was like, I was kind of mad that I didn't find out about it sooner because I would have liked to do a
Look at
little
the
mini
look
album
at the
review.
artwork of that, dude.
Yeah, it's just like it's a very spooky. It's a very
like the first
spooky
Sabbath
project.
album.
Yeah, it's a spooky project. Like Death Comes from the Sky is great. Boys with the Characteristics of Wolves is really good. I mean, this whole thing is really worth checking out if you like stoner and doom and like
Just on the
lo-fi.
production level, it kind of reminds me of that first Uncle Acid record.
Oh, good call.
It is a good call. And they're a band that like is it's a lot of like pop rock.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like
Yeah, I always thought they were like more indie.
yeah, more indie like shoegazy kind of pop rock.
I'm into this. I didn't know about it, so you've piqued my curiosity. Purely by subject matter.
Yeah.
But also, this I love some riffs, some chugging, some Children of the Grave sounding shit.
Yes,
100% is exactly what I need in my life.
Yeah. I'm going to give this a 7.6 out of 10.
Damn, dude.
A Sorcerer's Apprentice. Hell yeah.
Where's Nick Cage at? dude?
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, a supernatural champion. Hell yeah,
Yeah.
if you will. Yeah, check it out. 100. It's a Curse, unknown Mortal Orchestra. That's a really tough thing to say.
Unknown Mortal Orchestra.
Unknown Mortal Orchestra. I can't say that.
I
The
like
full
Toya.
song is called Oa.
I like how spooky it is.
It's so
I like how
scary.
scary it is. Let's move on. Yeah, this is one of yours.
This is my next pick. This is Kevin Abstract with the song Geezer off of his new album Blush. Kevin Abstract was the founder of Brockhampton. And they were a band that like felt inescapable 6 years ago. And
Inescapable is a good word.
like after they put out the Saturation trilogy,
Yeah.
and I think that was like 2017, 18, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just felt like they were going to be like the next Odd Future or something like that was going to launch all of these careers. And that just like after Iridescence came out, I can't remember them like ever really gaining that sort of traction again.
Yeah.
So I haven't really kept up on what any of the members were doing, and I wasn't super into Brockhampton at the time. I remember listening to the Saturation albums, enjoying them. But I remember Kevin Abstract put out an album like 2 or 3 years ago where he's like It looks like he's wearing like a Marilyn Manson mask.
I remember that. Yeah.
And I remember like listening to it and thinking there was some interesting things on it because there's like rock elements going on.
Yeah.
But this album came out probably like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, where I don't think we were covering anything. So I was like, I'll give it a try. Really surprised at how much I enjoyed this record. Especially this song, just because it sounds like a Wheatus song.
It does sound like Teenage
Dirtbag.
like slowed down. Yeah.
And the album's like really all over the place, but in a way that I think like benefits the record. Like, there's a bunch of different songs with a bunch of different vibes. There's a song called NOLA, which sounds like so much like a JPEG song, and they have JPEG Mafia on it.
Sweet.
They give Danny Brown just like a verse, and they call it Danny's track.
I listened to that and it's always good to hear Danny Brown just go 100%, just give it his all.
And that's kind of like what the record is like him producing all of these tracks and then bringing in talent to kind of like fit the mold of that. There's like a song on there that sounds like a Pine Grove song. I forget what the hell that one's called, and then there's like a bunch of like really cool kind of laid back rap songs, Maroon, H-Town. Yeah, really good. It, like, I would say if you're a fan of Tyler the Creator and that type of like very creative production, ambitious rap music, you would probably enjoy this. Yeah, I think I would go with. Oh, you guys want to talk about it?
No, I was just gonna say no. I was gonna say I mean, Brockhampton was a band or project that I loved, you know, and then like kind of started becoming like a little bit ashamed that I loved because of like how I remember like my younger like girl cousins were like, I think I was like, I might go see this band Brockhampton this week, and they're like, us too, and I was like, all right, maybe I shouldn't go. But yeah, I loved those Saturation projects, and it kind of did fall off after all three of those. And I think they stopped being a band because the one member, like Amir Van, he got in trouble for something, and they kicked him out, and then like he was like a really like bright spot in their group, but he's like all over this record. I think
he's on it like 5 times.
Yeah, so I wonder what that's about, but yeah, I never really kept up with any of the solo projects that they were doing. I liked Kevin Abstract, his verses, and you know all of that stuff, but haven't kept up with them. But I like this a lot. I mean, how much this sounds like a '90s like pop song is just like Butthole Surfers or something.
It's what won me over. If I would have heard some of the other rap stuff, because the rap stuff's good. Like Nola's a great song, and like it sounds like a JPEG Mafia song, but hearing the like Teenage Dirtbag nature and like the drums and that like little guitar thing, I was like,
like we said, we're just flooding the zone.
We are.
Like it's all over the place. We're everywhere now. But yeah, I liked it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 7-1. Teenage Dirtbag, hell yeah.
I like it. Okay. I like it. Jage, you're up. Oh, that's Geezer, Kevin Abstract.
Yeah. This is my last pick for the playlist. This came out back in June. This is a band called Pigpen, featuring Maddie Matheson, celebrity chef on vocals.
Yeah.
The Bear Star, creator, whatever. The album is called Mental Madness, and this is a song called Mental Mentality. He's the singer of this band. And I originally approached this because I saw the headline, Maddie Matheson starts a hardcore project, and I know that he has had a past of being in bands and stuff before he got famous and stuff. I love Maddie Matheson personally, just like the dude, his cooking videos, The Bear's awesome, etc.
The man, the myth.
He's huge. He has a bunch of tattoos. You know, he just seems like a good hang. He's Canadian. What's there not to like? And then I saw that he started a metal band, and the IQMB host in me was like, probably sucks. Fuck that, you know, because this podcast has broken my music taste and made me only want to listen to classic rock for the rest of my life. But I listened to this, and I was like really pleasantly surprised. The whole album, it's like a very economical 10 songs, 24 minutes. There's some longer ones, there's some really short ones, and it's not like the songs aren't just like, oh, that's Maddie Matheson. You know, he's not just doing the whatever.
Yeah.
He actually sounds like a very proficient and kind of beastly vocalist of a pretty seasoned
vocalist,
for a pretty badass hardcore band.
Yeah. I also want to shout out Wade McNeil, who's in this band.
Okay.
He was the other guitarist in my favorite emo band, Alexis on Fire.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
he's also in this band with Matty Man. Both big dogs with tattoos,
Oh,
which
yeah.
is cool. And Wade McNeil was in a bunch of really cool projects. He replaced the singer of that band, Gallows. I'm not sure if they're still doing stuff, but yeah. I mean, there's some heavy hitters in this band with Matty Matheson, which is pretty cool. And then I dug this song. It reminded me a lot of Honed Blade by Gel.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And just the overall sounded like Gel to me as well.
R.I.P. Gel.
R.I.P.
Yeah,
Gel.
seriously.
If you're missing Gel,
They weren't really gelling.
they weren't gelling.
Yeah,
If you're
dude.
missing Gel, maybe
Gooner
check out
Max, dude. See you later.
Goon Maxon. Yeah, maybe check out Pigpen.
Yeah.
if you're missing Gel.
Yeah, the only exposure I have to Matty Matheson is on The Bear.
Yeah, me too.
And I know you love him. He is like one of my least favorite parts of the show.
Oh man.
He's like, for some reason, like I just can't get that machine in The Fly that turns him into the Fly.
Yeah.
If like Jack Black and Anthony Bourdain got stuck in a machine.
Oh man, he's so much more cool than that.
Now, every part of The Bear is bad, so he doesn't stand out as much.
Jesus
I'm
Christ.
just kidding. No, after hearing this, I'm like, okay, this guy is sick. I feel like I get him more.
Yeah, I
where you're
kind
like,
of
oh, this guy
understand it more.
is legit. Like
Yeah.
you don't put out a song that sounds like this,
Yeah,
and you're Jack Black.
No,
Yeah,
absolutely not.
Jack Black would never.
He has a really interesting past too. He's like completely sober. He like almost died. Like whatever.
Yeah.
Not to like. I'm not trying to like
I-
shame you, but like
You should know.
I'm literally judging someone
I
by
know.
a fictional character. they
completely.
play.
But like I find him as an interesting character for a lot of reasons. I own a cookbook of his.
Oh hell yeah! dude.
His cooking videos are next level funny. Like
Yeah?
legitimately, he's not just like, here's how to butter toast.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not just like that. But yeah, and then I saw this, and I own a piece of Matty Matheson merch.
yeah.
So I'm a fan. And
What kind of merch? Oh,
it's
the
a shirt,
cookbook?
just
Oh,
a
okay.
shirt, and I guess two things because I have a cookbook and a shirt. But yeah, a pleasant surprise with Pigpen, pretty badass band. I will say that if I'm another hardcore band coming out, I think they're based in Canada somewhere or something, and like this band like ascends. It's like, yeah, well of course you get fucking Matty Matheson in
Yeah.
your band and you're gonna be famous.
Yeah.
But
I also think that hardcore fans only accept a certain level of success.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And any band, no matter where, once
Yeah.
they go above and beyond like the
Yeah.
rec center basement, like you always
Yeah.
suck.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. I never liked it. And it's just
Yeah.
a phase.
As far as a rating, this is probably my favorite thing that I put on this playlist, so I'm gonna give it like a 7.7,
Hell yeah.
which is I'm gonna give it a fat guy with tattoos. Hell yeah.
All right, I
Hell
love it.
yeah,
Yeah, that is a hell yeah.
That is
guys
a-
with tattoos just exude hell yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Matty Matheson does. If he was sitting here right now,
Yeah.
we would be all hell yeah. and
Yeah.
all in.
Oh, that's like the only thing
You
we
see a
would
hoss
say.
like that in the wild, you go, oh hell yeah.
Oh hell yeah. Yeah, that's a Hoss band right there. Matty Matheson, Pigpen, Mental Mentality. What's the album called?
It's called.
Mental,
It's called Mental. The track
Mental
is
Madness?
Mental Madness.
That's right.
Thank
a lot of
you.
mentals in
Yeah.
Double M's, dude.
there. Double M's.
Mark Madden. My broadcast.
The OG. Yeah.
Let's move on. Here's one of mine. Oh my goodness.
Nice.
This is that playing? Yeah.
Yeah.
This is Andromeda by a band called Preoccupations from their new album called Ill at Ease. I think we covered one of the singles from this album on the show. Here we go.
We
And I
had
don't-
talked about reviewing the album and then we never did.
Yeah, we did talk about reviewing it. I think the song was Bastards that we listened to, and I think you guys
Yeah.
were not too hot on it. But I love this band. Like, this band, their first two records, I think, are, like, fantastic, especially when they changed their name from Viet Cong to Preoccupations. Their first release as Preoccupations, I think, is a very underrated post-punk record. Like, I still listen to it. It came out in like 2016. I still think it's like great. Now their albums do kind of go from like great to not so great to great to not so great. I think their last album, Arrangements, was stronger than this one. They kind of do something with like the quality of like the recording and everything, and the production with like every other record, where like it seems like maybe they do it themselves and then they work with a producer and then they do it themselves. This felt like maybe they did it themselves again, or just like compromised a little bit on production quality, because it's a little bit rough around the edges, but still a really great record with great songs on it. This is my favorite song on it. This is like one of their most rockin', fast-paced songs I think they've ever had. Like, I could see this like opening one of their shows, but yeah, I mean, as far as post-punk bands go, I feel like they're one of the best existing right now. Like, they're Canadian, 4-piece, lots of synths, lots of, you know, Fender Jazz Masters and Jaguars with a chorus pedal.
Hell yeah.
You know, a singer that's like, I'm pretty sure it's Matt Flegel, brother of Pat Flegel, who is also what's the project's name? Man, it came out last year. Cindy Lee. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. I didn't know that. His brother is in that.
Yeah. Well, they used to be in the band Women together.
Okay.
It was Pat and Matt Flegel, and then they broke up. Pat started Cindy Lee. Matt started Preoccupations.
That was a great record. It's super long.
Super long, yeah. Damn, that almost just escaped me.
Wow.
But yeah, I think that they're just like, they're kind of doing it like post-punk the most like classic way you can do it, and I really appreciate that.
Even on like Viet Cong, because I haven't kept up with them much, but I remember when Viet Cong came out, they were one of the ones that felt the most like this is a real representation of 80s, like, you know, Joy Division style.
Yeah. Without like ripping it off too hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I think like his voice is so uniquely like, you feel like this is somebody from 1979.
Yeah, it's so deep. Like, it has that Paul Banks like monotone quality. But I'm pretty sure, I was going to say it before, I'm pretty sure Matt Flegel still, like, smokes cigarettes. And, like, every performance I've watched of his, it just seems like he's struggling to breathe. So, respect, honestly. You gotta respect it.
That's rock and roll.
Yeah, that is rock and roll.
But on this record, the song that you played on one of our tracks, and then this one, it does feel like there might be a bit more pop in these ones.
Yeah, they're
like a little more Cure.
Yeah, the singles were definitely like verse, chorus versus the singles that they had on Arrangements. There was a song literally called Death of Melody, and it was like a mess. But like, it was awesome, but like, it was just so like weird. Like, they go, like, this is probably the least weird record they've put out, which is like cool, because like, it's cool to find something more accessible from a band that like makes, you know, 6.5-minute experimental songs pretty often.
I got this band confused with Mets a lot.
Yeah,
I think
they
they're
were on
both
tour
on
with Mets.
Sub Pop or something. Mets is way more intense than these guys are.
They were on tour with Mets, and I was really upset that they didn't come anywhere close to Pittsburgh. They've never come close to Pittsburgh. This is a band that I've wanted to see live for years. But
I love this song. This is like one of my favorites on the playlist.
Yeah, it's great. I just want to see them live so bad. I feel like it would kick ass. Yeah. I'm going to give it a supporting cigarettes, hell yeah. With a 7.7.
A Philip Morris approve.
Philip Morris approve. I support the smoking of cigarettes.
Smoke more cigarettes.
Smoke more cigarettes, hell yeah.
It's good for you.
7.7, I said. So let's move on to the next one. That's Preoccupations, Ill at Ease.
This is my next pick. This is Caroline with Tell Me I Never Knew That off their album Caroline 2. Caroline Polachek is also on this song. Never heard of Caroline. but I saw a bunch of people raving about this record when it came out, I think a month or two ago. They're an 8-piece band from London, mostly like acoustic instruments. It's like cellos and horns and shit like that. Didn't really know what to expect, and I just saw people saying like this is the best indie record of the year, blah blah blah. Went to listen to it. The first song on the album is this song called Total Euphoria. Almost shut the album off immediately. Okay. It's like a minute and a half, and like the guitars are strumming like purposely out of time, and like there's a melody going on that's in time, and then the drums are like drumming around it. And I was just like, oh, if it's 45 minutes of this, I'm gonna turn this off. But then like everything coalesces, and then this like it all builds up to this. It's unlike anything I've ever heard on a record. It's like this anti-gravity explosion that like sucks out all the sound on the record, and then it like blooms back out, and it's all these like really pretty string sections and stuff like that. I was like, oh, okay. So I ended up listening to it, and I like it a lot. It's one of the most creative albums I've heard this year. It's a lot of like indie folk, some emo in the vocals, and then like post-rock builds. And especially for a genre like indie folk, which I feel like has been picked to the bone. Like really nothing left to do in that genre. Yeah. It's like either you're like the Lumineers and you're the most like corporate pop band, or even like the indie ones. They've done enough where they're like, I'm putting on a cowboy hat and I sound like Alan Jackson now. But this band's doing something interesting. Like all the arrangements are really strange and like pretty in ways. So like you'll get these like really pretty acoustic sections, and then these really noisy either like strings that have been distorted, these blown out drums, like this kind of stuff.
That kind of reminds me of like the Haim record, like a little bit, like with those big like kind of like you're getting like a very delicate like mid-tempo indie song, and then all of a sudden it's like this like this like distorted bass guitar like combination that just kind of comes out of nowhere. It's really cool. I mean, it's just like really delicate sounding at the beginning, and then it kind of builds up to that. It doesn't, like the Haim record is what it reminded me of the most, even though it's like way more experimental than that. I would say also like the Bon Iver record that we just listened to, like it also has that kind of like glitchy, distorted, weirdness, kind of loop type of quality to it. I enjoyed it. I thought it was cool. It's a little bit, out of nowhere. Like, I feel like it's going to be tough for me to get into this record. And just judging by what you've said, probably even, worse than I thought.
Oh, yeah. But it's definitely both a headphones record and one that's going to require patience. Yeah. So, if you're just looking for a fucking good time, don't listen to this record. But, like, I found, so like, funny. The text, like... I think the Haim and the Bon Iver are like really good comparisons in like the textures of the sounds, like that like really organic, dry, raw. But what's weird about this album is like you're getting like these really organic sounds, and then they'll mix in like these synthetic, ugly, noisy type sounds. And then like Caroline Polachek doing her Caroline Polachek thing, she usually like repeats something and then like starts warping it. Really cool record. I don't think I'm as high on it as some like critics are. Like some critics are like, this is a new classic or something like that. But I would probably give it about a 7.6. Okay. It's a thinking sad man's hell yeah.
I was thinking maybe you were gonna do a double Caroline hell yeah.
Oh, it is a double Caroline.
It's a double Caroline.
Caroline 2, two Carolines.
Yeah, Caroline the sequel. Caroline the Revenge.
Caroline the new batch. Hell yeah.
Batch, yeah. A thinking man's sad song is also fitting though. That's Tell Me I Never Knew That by Caroline and Caroline Polachek. Double Caroline. Let's move on. One of mine. Had to throw it on there. I'm kind of pissed at us that we didn't cover Model Actress. They're a band that like I remember I discovered in like 2020 during the pandemic. Like they just were thrown on some Spotify playlist and I loved it. And from what I remember, like it was a single that, non-album single that I heard a long time ago. and they've really like advanced their sound from like rock and industrial to this like, I mean they're just extremely unique. I think like they do this thing like they're doing. The album's called Pirouette, and the song's called Vespers. This is the opening track. But they had an album called Dog's Body, I think 2 years ago or last year at some point, that follows like this really weird like pattern where just like the bass just kind of chugs like in a certain pattern, and they switch it up like just little by little with each song, and like that's what the album kind of like what other instruments like grow off of. It's really interesting like how minuscule the changes are, but they managed to keep the energy up. And what I liked about this song in particular was I watched an interview with the lead singer. I can't remember his name, but he said that like he wanted to channel like pop artists like Kylie Minogue and like Britney Spears and stuff, and like I can hear that in this melody, and it's just like I don't know, it just brings like a pop sensibility to this really dark like industrial 9 Inch Nails type of instrumental. Like this song is fucking awesome. And this album's awesome.
I want to break into a warehouse to this song.
You just want to like drive a motorcycle.
I want to like pick a lock and then be like, we're in.
Channel locks.
Yeah, it is. It's like the girl with the dragon tattoo, except creepier. Almost.
Okay, we're in.
Yeah.
Where's the main frame?
We're in. Yeah.
Find me the safe.
Yeah.
Yeah, this I remember liking that first record a lot, but like hearing the vocal approach was like jarring at first.
Yeah.
Because I mean, so many people fall into like the post-punk type of like talky sort of vocal over like a dark brooding instrumental, but this has really grown on me.
Yeah.
Like that like very pretty vocal over this like dark menacing instrumental. And they are among, because there's like different bands that are doing this type of thing, I feel like now.
Yeah.
But nobody picking out like the palette of sounds quite like they are.
Yeah.
Like there's like all of these sounds on their own don't sound dark and menacing, really.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit here as like the distortion starts coming towards the end. But like if you took any of those on their own, they just almost sound like the stock sound of whatever plugin.
Almost, yeah.
But like you put them all together and it just feels like darkness creeping over you.
Yeah, I mean like just that, I don't know why like a bass just playing like one note like can just get so like torturous. Like you just like start focusing and like
play something else.
Yeah, exactly. It starts like driving you crazy a little bit. That's what I love about this band. Like they find this like this groove and just lock into it, and just like the drums are usually the same. The guitars are the thing that really differentiates them. Like the guitars and the vocals, like differentiates each song, and makes them unique. But I just like that, like the bass is always like this, or like almost like could be the same note or key, just played differently. But yeah, this album's great. I don't know if I like it better than Dog's Body, but I think it's like about the same. I would probably give it a 7.5 out of 10. A Kylie Minogue, hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Making less and less sense as we go on.
Yeah, I mean we've been at this for a while now.
Yeah,
we're just like going through it.
One more
last
song.
one.
Last one on the playlist.
This really isn't as much as a review as much as maybe like a local heat segment.
Yeah.
You know, every once in a while a local band puts out something that I think is pretty cool. And I thought this was interesting. Noah told me about this band. Noah, our buddy and
friend of the podcast.
Friend of the pod, did the Pearl Jam review. The Last with Matt Cameron. Go check it out.
Wow.
But these are the guys that were originally in Shin Guard, and then that became Hazing Over, and I think that's over again. And now it's this is called Madman. And were you a fan of Shin Guard or Hazing Over?
I liked both of them quite a bit. I liked Hazing Over a little bit more than Shin Guard, but I mean there was two different vibes. Like Shin Guard was like really dark emo, and then Hazing Over was like, it was kind of like this, but like a little bit more industrial. I think this feels more hardcore to me.
Yeah, I would say Hazing Over is almost like mathcore. Like some of the riffs were so strange.
Had a Code Orange vibe.
Yeah, big time. I just found it like impressive in that these guys just continually change their sound entirely, but seem to be able to do it really well. Yeah. And I don't know who this vocalist is. Noah said he's just some guy from Pittsburgh.
Okay,
but he sounds like a British bulldog.
Yeah,
like a literal.
He sounds terrifying.
Yeah. He sounds like Charles Bronson. I mean, when this thing started, I like almost let out like a little bit of a giggle.
He sounds sounds like he's 6'5".
Yeah.
Yes.
It's so on the nose, just like, ah! Like he sounds like the Hulk, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, not even like Charles Bronson, but Bronson from that movie that Tom Hardy is in, just that guy in the prison that fights everybody.
Yeah, well, I think that isn't that about Charles Bronson or?
I think that is his name. Like Charles Bronson was an actor who was in like The Dirty Dozen.
Oh, that's who I'm talking about.
Like Death Wish.
I'm talking about the guy who was
in the prison,
who Tom Hardy played. Who I can't remember his name, but he had the little glasses and the mustache.
Yeah, I mean, it's called Bronson. It might be Charles Bronson.
I think he changed his name to Charles Bronson in prison.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who knows?
Who cares?
Yeah. JJ's ready for this to be over.
Yeah. It's called Madman, the demo. It's only 4 songs, but if you like hardcore, it's worth checking out.
This song was called Hollow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you giving it a score?
No.
Okay. I did put on one song and I removed it because I thought we weren't doing 5, but since you did 5,
let it rip, dude.
All right, hold on, give me a sec.
Because I don't remember what it was, but I remember being like, ooh.
Yeah, I really came to really love this album. I mean, I love this band. They're called Frog.
Oh, hell yeah.
They put out an album in February that we missed on Valentine's Day. This album came out. It's called 1,000 Variations of the Same Song. This song is called Where Do I Sign? Variation 3. So it's the 3rd track on the album. And every song in this record kind of is the same, like 2 chords, and they just kind of do different things with the melody and the drum beats to them. Frog is just an excellent indie rock band that no one's ever heard of. Yeah. Like, you have to just, like... You start off by listening to one of their songs, like Judy Garland is like their big song, and once you hear that song, you're kind of like hooked. At least that's how it was for me. I love all of their albums. Like, there's just so many like nuggets on every one of their albums, and this song, just every song in this record, like they did so many cool things with such minimal instrumentation. It's just 2 guys, drummer, singer. But this is like one of the most like heart-wrenching songs I've heard all year. It's Frog, dude.
Yeah.
They just kind of rule. Like, I wish they had a bigger moment. I feel like they will get there at some point. Like, more people are every time I post about Frog, there's always someone DMing me being like, Frog rules, and I'm like, they do rule, you know.
I feel the same way. This was my favorite song off of this record.
Yeah.
There's just the emotionality in this one. Like, it has that classic, like, indie, this should be in a movie.
Yes.
You know? Like a guy, like
a
they finally get back together or
like
something.
a Paul Giamatti movie.
Oh, yeah.
Like a depressing one.
Yeah, he's just
one
looking.
that fucking sucks to watch.
Dude, he's just surveying the life he's squandered. And just Frog's like, right.
It's oh, man.
I mean, I don't, like, as far as indie or rock vocalists, nobody talks about this guy, but he has, I think, one of the most unique and cool voices I hear. Like it can be really delicate, but he can also switch it up. Like Judy Garland's much more straightforward.
Yeah.
But like the melody on that song's insane. Like he goes from like this real fast like hillbilly like ramble into like this crazy falsetto.
He's got that hillbilly quality to his voice that like kind of it pops out, like, you know. It's like a hillbilly that will like move to the city, and every once in a while, like that accent kind of pops out, and you're like, "Yeah, there it is." He has that kind of like yodel to his voice a little bit. But yeah, I've just loved this band. I took them off because I wanted to talk about Model Actress, but we're 2 hours in. I mean, you might as well.
What the fuck else
might as well finish it off.
Yeah, and if you liked what you heard from this song, check out all. I mean, every one of their records is good.
Yeah.
How can anyone hear if we talked over the whole fucking thing?
Whatever we probably already had it is amazing, and that's a very short record.
That,
And
but
Kind
I
of
mean,
Blah is great as well.
God Once Loved a Woman is one of the best songs.
So good. Don't Tell Me Where You're Going
Yes.
is another one that I have on repeat all the time.
And Count Bateman has a bunch of great songs.
Count
too.
Bateman's really good. Fucking R.I.P. to the Empire State Flea Market is an incredible song.
So
it's
good.
so good. They are just a very underrated band, like an extremely underrated band. So I'm gonna give Frog. You know what? I'm gonna give Frog an 8.0. Frog, hell yeah.
I'm gonna join you.
Yeah.
I'm also gonna give it an 8.0, and it's a grog. Hell yeah.
Frog, hell yeah. That's the show. We did it. We covered all of the records that we wanted to cover. We've been at this for 2 hours
Way too
now.
long.
JJ's ready to go to sleep.
I checked out about a half an hour ago.
I have had enough DC in me to keep going. And I feel good. You know, I feel good about all these picks.
Dude,
I
could
had
do
a good
another
time.
Does, dude.
Just
Give me a couple
nerding
more
out.
Zins, couple more
That'll be
DC.
good. I
You'll
can't
find
wait.
me here in the morning.
Yeah, dude. We'll
Dead.
just be here. Just keep going. Just in that record too.
And Frog.
And Frog again. Let
Thousand
us
variations
know.
on the same review.
Same review. We should do that. Let us know in the comments which albums we missed. Maybe there's other ones that we missed. I'm sure there is. I feel like there's still other ones that I wanted to pick, and I didn't just because of time and stuff. But
I was gonna put Lord's Virgin on there, but I didn't even want to listen to it.
yeah, I didn't even check that.
She doesn't interest me at all.
I didn't check it out.
And
Solar
like-
Power really crushed.
Yeah.
Really bad, and like
And I've heard this is better, but
like she just there's nothing about her that really just makes me want to be like, ooh.
Yeah,
Apparently
she's
there's
lost
like
her luster.
yeah, her vinyl packaging is very out there.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah, there's got to be some other records that we missed. Please tell us in the comments.
and Lord Virgin sounds like an awesome
Band name.
Yeah.
Like a doom metal band.
I am Lord Virgin.
Yeah.
Oh,
Virgin.
God.
Yeah, sounds like what that band should have been called, that Madman band.
We are Lord Virgin.
Yeah. Let us know.
We're straight edge.
We've given so many awesome ratings on this episode. Tell us what your favorite one was. How about that? Tell
Yeah.
us your favorite
Yeah, how about
rating.
that?
And tell us if we misrated anything. If we thought we gave something too big of a score or too less of a score. Let us know. Which one was your favorite? It's I Quit My Band. Subscribe on Patreon. Subscribe on YouTube.
We got some cool shit coming soon.
We do have cool shit coming soon. We won't unveil it yet, but it's coming. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok. Subscribe on the channel. Comment down below. Patreon. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.